Hey guys, you've definitely noticed I dyed my hair this morning. We got it dyed. This is actually my natural color. I know, dark. Um, but it's gonna take some getting used to. I was blonde for over 2 years, so this is gonna take some getting used to. Even though this is what I was born with. Um, okay, this is a review video. I just went and saw Pompeii, and no, I did not see it in 3D. Because I went with my sister and she doesn't like 3D. Oh, well, not every movie she sees is 3D. It was very good. Background on my want to see this movie. I'm a huge Emily Browning fan. She was in one of the very first scary movies I watched and actually enjoyed. Growing up, I did not like scary movies. I did not like any form of horror movies because I had really bad nightmares growing up. So I didn't really get into horror until my junior or senior year of high school. And one of the very first movies I saw was The Uninvited, which is still right the top three of my favorite horror movies. And that has Emily Browning in it. She was also in Series of Unfortunate Events and another one of my favorite movies, which is Sucker Punch. That's a great kick-ass movie. But yeah, she's not a princess, but she is like a lady. I think she's she's got to be like the governor's daughter. I know she's something like that. She's very, very high and she's very respected and people listen to her. Anyways, so that's why I went to see it, is because she's in it. And so the reason I knew about it is because I was on her IMDb one day, like 2.5 years ago, trying to see what she was going to do next. And Emily Browning always seems to do psychological movies. You know, Series of Unfortunate Events was kind of twisted. The Uninvited was extremely twisted. Sucker Punch was extremely twisted. And for some reason, she always ends up playing characters in a mental institute. Which is great because she's good at it. She's got that creepy Christina Ricci kind of feature. But anyways, I was looking up and I saw Pompeii, and I don't want this to come out wrong, but I love Pompeii. I love the history of it and the legend and anything that has to do with it, and I really want to go there one day. So I saw that and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. So I clicked on it. And of course, 2 years ago, there wasn't much. It was just like 4 or 5 people in the cast. There wasn't even a picture. There wasn't even a release date. And so I've been waiting a long time to see this movie. And I saw the teaser trailer for it back in August when I went to see Mortal Instruments with my sister. It was just a little like 1-minute teaser trailer. And I almost completely forgotten about this movie. And then it shows the ashes falling, and it shows like a hand of the people that died, and I leaned over to my sister and I went, "It's Pompeii!" And I was like so excited for it. And I was not disappointed at all. It was so good. It kind of starts off a little slow, and it's only an hour and a half long. It's not long at all. It starts off kind of slow because for the first hour, it's nothing but the slave, which is the man, and his fight to try to be free. Or not really free, just to survive, basically. And it's just, it kind of paints a picture of what life in Pompeii was like. And you're introduced to the villains and who are the bad guys and the Romans and stuff like that. And then, with about 25-30 minutes left, Vesuvius erupts. And it goes from 0 to 60 so quickly. It's like, oh, they're fighting in the arena, all of a sudden, and it's all gone crazy. And it actually kind of was emotional because I'm one of those people that when I watch, I'm an arts major. I'm film. I'm editing. I love film and animation. So when I watch movies, especially ones that I'm really really interested in, like Pompeii, I start to dissect them, and it's not even something I mean to do. It's just subconsciously. I'll start to think like those people. So in my head I'm thinking, what must it have been like for these people who most of them weren't even educated, who did not know what a volcano was. There was no word for volcano during this time. there was a god named Vulcan. There was no volcano. They just thought it was a mountain. And so when Vesuvius erupts, they think it's the gods, and the gods are mad at him because it's in Italy. It's Romans. They think they're Roman gods. And so you just imagine the fear of seeing all of this happen and people dying instantly right in front of you. And then, the only way out is through the docks, through the boats, into the sea, into the Mediterranean. And then when they're actually out in the boats, the whole thing was set off by an earthquake. And so what happens when there's an earthquake on the ocean? You get a tsunami. So you can just imagine these people that are running from what they think are the gods. They go out in the ocean trying to run from them. They think they're safe out in the ocean. And then the tsunami hits, and it's like the gods saying, no, you're not going to leave. You will die. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one out there that thinks like this, but it got me emotional when I was watching it, and I was just like, God, I could not imagine what it would have been like to go through that, because I honestly don't think I would have even tried to live, because first off, I don't think I'd want to live, because you imagine living, one, you lose everybody, including your home, and two, you just imagine the psychological damage that it would have done to, and people did survive. In reality, not every single resident of Pompeii was killed. Some of them did make it out. But I don't know, just the psychological influence, that's like what I always say, like when I watch movies about people getting kidnapped and tortured, I'm like, if that ever happens to me, just kill me, because really the therapy would just be insane for me, and I would not be able to handle it. But that's very, very good. This is like the first movie I've seen Emily Browning in where she actually has a British accent, English accent, because of course it's Roman, so of course it's going to be an English accent, because that's so accurate. But she is an Australian, but she always has American accents. Uninvited, Sucker Punch, Series of Unfortunate Events, she always has an American accent. I've only seen one movie with her in it where and The Host, she was at the end of The Host. I've only seen one movie where she actually had her accent, and it was an Australian movie called Sleeping Beauty. And I got through about 40 minutes of it, and I was like, I can't watch any more of this, because it just wasn't my thing. But it's on Netflix if you want to watch it, and it's about a girl who's trying to get through school, and so she does these medical experiments where they pay you and you do these experiments. And one of them, she goes to work for these people who put her to sleep, like knock her out, and then she's dressed really scantily in lingerie, and men are brought in, and they're allowed to do anything they want to her except have actual intercourse with her, but they can do whatever they want to her except the actual act of doing that. And the whole time she's knocked out, and so it's called Sleeping Beauty. I was just like, yeah, I can't watch this. But she's very good at it. She's very elegant. She just has this feature about her. I don't know. The main guy, I don't think I've seen him in anything else. I'm getting off topic. Anyways, it was a very good movie. I recommend it to anybody. I kind of want to go back and see it in 3D, but from seeing it in 2D, I could just imagine how, like, I'd be, like, freaking out the whole time, because there's a lot of stuff coming at you. But anyways, it's a great movie. Recommend it, and if you were kind of iffy about it, go for it, because it's awesome.